You don't actually miss them as much as you miss the moments you weren't fully there for. That ache has a name: mono, no aware. And most people are wrong about what it actually means. They think it is what you feel after. It is not. There was a calligrapher named Itsuki who lived in a small house at the edge of a forest. His wife Sayuri had died 2 years before. Every night he painted her name on a long scroll. Every morning he burned the scroll before anyone could see it. He told himself he was letting her go, one careful character at a time. One autumn, a traveling monk passed through the village. He saw the smoke rising from Itsuki's garden at dawn and stopped at the door. Itsuki served him tea and explained the practice, patiently, almost proudly. He had built a discipline of release. The monk listened. Then he set down his cup. "You are not letting her go. You are still ending the story." Itsuki did not answer. The monk left before the morning was over. The words stayed with him. He told himself the monk did not understand. That release looked like discipline, that he was healing, not holding. Yet the question would not leave. He began to paint with more intention. He measured each stroke. He made each scroll more beautiful than the last. A final goodbye she would have deserved if he had loved her better while she was alive. The scrolls grew exquisite. They also grew heavier. One evening, halfway through her name, his hand stopped. He tore the scroll before he finished. He sat with the torn paper in his lap and finally saw what he had been doing for 2 years. He had not been letting her go. He had been writing the marriage they could have had, if he had been there for the one they did. The monk returned the next morning. He saw the torn scroll without being told. Itsuki expected to be told he was progressing, that the tearing was the breakthrough. The monk said something else. "You are still trying to write what she could not finish saying. The pain is not asking you to complete it. It is asking you to listen to what it points toward." The Japanese called this mono no aware, the gentle ache that comes when you notice something is already passing. Most people think it is what you feel after. It is not. The next morning, Itsuki did not paint. He sat by the open window and watched the autumn light move across the floor of the room they had shared. He noticed, for the first time in 2 years, that the light fell differently in autumn than in summer. The line of it was lower, the color amber. He had lived in this room for 11 years and had never seen this. He wept, not for her exactly, for all the autumns he had not watched when she was there. A year later, Itsuki was teaching a young student. The student asked how to write the character for presents. Itsuki took the brush, lowered it to the paper, and wrote it more slowly than he had ever written anything. When it was done, he set the brush down. The brush does not finish anything. It only stops where you stop paying attention. Outside, the light kept moving. You do not need to grieve harder. You do not need to release more cleanly. Mono no aware is not asking to be resolved. It is asking to teach you something. Everything you are inside of right now is already passing. The way to honor what is gone is to look at what is still here. You do not have to wait for loss to teach you how to look. So today, 3 small things. 1. Name one person in your life whose presence you have stopped noticing. 2. Today, spend 10 minutes with them, not speaking, not fixing, just there. 3. Find one detail about them you have never named before. Write it down. Has there been a moment in your life you only saw clearly after it ended? Tell me what it was in the comments. That recognition is where presence begins. Thank you for being here. Somewhere, a brush rests on its stone. The ink has dried. The window is open. The light is moving.